Gaunt and Beauchamp with Don Thompson Jr. not too far behind. Nick Lapsevich in that battle as well. Beauchamp holding strong on the outside, though. That car looks tough.
Oh, that thing wiggled pretty hard getting down in there, but Ronnie drove it probably a car length farther than he has all night, and the car's stuck.
Chris Kubian on the scanner for Ron Beauchamp Jr. just giving his driver a quick heads up as we ride on board with the driver of the 60.
Oh, a little contact in the corner. Robbins racing. This is tough racing here at Delaware Speedway, but around the bottom off of turn 2 is the short way, and Ranger's still struggling with that 27 car.
Still well off the pace as he's dropped to the tail end of the pack as we take a look at the battle for the top 5 position. You saw Jason
White. Gauge on the left, Andrew. What's it say? It only goes to 80. 60. Set for. Try switching boxes. Bar switch. Switch it up. Ignition switch.
Wow, frustrating for the crew. They're trying to help their driver. The driver's got a lot going on, Dave. He's on the gas, he's on the brake, he's keeping out of the way, he's looking at gauges, he's throwing switches. Pretty busy in there for the young fella.
Absolutely, he must be getting very frustrated as well as he drops to the tail of the lead lap as Hathaway well off the pace coming down pit lane, and Todd standing by in the snap-on pit.
Green flag stop for the Snap-on Tools Dodge with Jason Hathaway. Crew looking under the hood, smoke coming out of the back. The dejected look says it all, guys. Broken motor.
Wow, that's too bad for the 3 team. They just broke a motor at Mosport testing a couple days ago. And
there we go, White going around the A&W. Number 21 knows a loop and caution flag flies. The field splits to go around the car in the middle of the raceway as there is Hathaway jumping out of the car right behind the flagman. John Gibbs will take another look at this.
Oh, Simone just gets in a little bit hot. Too much rear brake. The car comes around and gets up into the 21 of White.
Mark Dilley, the first of the lead cars to hit pit road. It'll be a 2-tire change on the left side on this stop by. Smooth service so far. Ron Beauchamp Jr. also getting fuel and service on this stop. Home Hardware Chevy of Don Thompson Jr. also making a stop.
Well, you saw those sparks from the number 9 as they worked on the tires, but Anthony Simone is your new leader. Green flag in the hand of NASCAR Canadian Tire Series flagman Sean Gibbs as he prepares to let the field go here once again on lap 93 of 200 here at Delaware Speedway. The 95 of Anthony Simone leads John Fletcher as they race into turn 1 side by side.
Fletcher giving that Jim Ray automobile a good ride here today at Delaware, but you got to remember, Dave, they short pitted. They pitted on lap 30 and took fuel and adjustments only.
The 12 car of John Gaunt ran through all that speedy dry down the back straightaway. Looks like smoke for just a while.
John, you're clear.
And there is John Gaunt's spotter telling him he's clear underneath the 49 of John Fletcher's.
Behind you.
Gaunt takes over second spot behind the Crown Modular number 95 of Anthony Simone.
Boy, still a lot of speedy dry down the bottom of the racetrack. Whitlock's loose going in. Beauchamp's around backwards in turn 3.
And a number of drivers trying to avoid him, but the speedy drive very heavy down into 3 and 4. Looks like everybody avoided the Mopar Dodge of Ron Beauchamp Jr. We're still green. Now caution comes out for your leader, Anthony Simone, and this will bunch the field once again. But Beauchamp's going to go lap down.
Wow, tough luck for the 60 team. But you know what? There's a lot of racing to go. We're just barely to the halfway. So don't forget about the free pass. He could get it later on.
And there aren't a lot of drivers to lap down, so that puts Beauchamp in a good position. Here's another look at it.
Boy, it looked like a dirt track going in there. You see all the dirt coming off the 77. Everybody was checking up for Whitlock. The 60 actually tagged the back of the 77.
So this is going to give the 60 of Beauchamp a chance to get some right side tires as we hit the Home Hardware halfway update. And Todd's in the Castrol pit.
DJ Kennington making a stop during this caution period, and the Castrol crew goes underneath the hood. DJ still reporting problems with that motor. They're checking to see if it's a plug wire or something else they could quickly repair.
Well, Todd, a crew chief and a driver go through a checklist on the radio of what sounds, how the temperature gauges are, if there's any irregularities in the throttle response, and they could very easily diagnose that it could just be a plug wire off or burnt through.
Well, DJ Kennington was very strong in the early going. We'll see if he can reclaim that form as we're just over halfway here in Delaware. Restart number 5 with Anthony Simone continuing to lead the 12 of John Gaunt.
Oh, looks like the 12 missed the shift. He was first out of the gate coming down the straightaway, and all of a sudden, everybody had to check up.
Simone was all kinds of crooked through the middle 1 and 2.
Thompson kicked up a whole rooster tail.
All right, for 6 ahead already.
Anthony Simone trying to hold off the home hardware Chevy of John Thompson Jr. Nick Lapsevich now takes a look underneath the number 49 of John Fletcher. Whitlock in there. So is Joey McComb. What a great run for the Auto Dodge as Lapsevich and Fletcher touch.
Well, again, the 13 was in low in the corner, went across that oil dry, and he had to gather it up, and by the time he got it gathered up, he was into the 49.
It's been a fairly calm race so far. Not a lot of bumping and grinding, but it looks like now everybody's getting a little impatient. Look at this from back of Dave Whitlock's car.
Wow, you seen all the oil dry again coming out of the 39. The 13 had to move up and let the 39 go through the bottom to save a wreck.
I don't think he really had a choice. Whitlock was coming.
Well, Dave Whitlock's got a lot of laps here, and he knows the corner entrance to 3 is very important. You can make up a lot of time right there.
Boy, Thompson is trying to shake Simone. Look at him all over the back bumper. Here he's going to take a look, going into 1. Thompson looking for second, they touch.
Outside, clear, clear, clear.
Aggressive into turn 1. Don Thompson Jr. rolls it into turn 1, gives him a little nerf, and takes off for the 12. Whoa! Action down the backstretch.
The 0-2 of Kerry Micks, the Beyond Digital Imaging Ford Fusion caution flag flies as Micks unable to get it restarted. Now he does, and he will avoid going a lap down as the leader's not quite on him yet.
Well, everybody racing for position off of turn 2, and Kerry Micks come out with the short end of the stick.
Yeah, some debris down on the back straightaway as well. We'll take another look at it.
Here he is. Kerry's on the bottom. He's right there. He has to check up everything in front of him, and Ron Beauchamp can't get stopped. Just a racing deal. Wow, that could have been a lot worse. That was pretty good driving by everybody to come out of there unscathed.
The 12 of Gaunt is in, and Todd's there.
It's been a very strong effort for John Gaunt in that number 12 car. His crew chief Don Jacobson has made the call to bring him along pit road for right side tires. He'll head back out into the field. They're going to clean that windshield as well. Everybody having trouble seeing out on track.
You can see the dust on the number 9 of Mark Dilley as he comes down pit lane for tires of his own. The Wheel and Engineering Safety Team out cleaning up the debris here at Delaware. Anthony Simone continues to lead. Anthony Simone leads the field as we go back to green here at race number 2 of the NASCAR Canadian Tire Series on TSN. Working lap 120 here at Delaware Speedway. Steve Whitlock looks over the 95 Monte Carlo.
Well, Simone still hasn't stopped for tires, and everybody knows that, so they're just hunting them down. That car, Goodyear's got a great tire for this racetrack. It's the same tire we run at every racetrack, by the way. But it's good for 200 laps. You can run the same tire all night long, but you do give up a couple tenths when the guy beside you's got fresh laps to race.
And look, there are those 2 tenths that you talk about as Dave Whitlock had them. Simone didn't, and Whitlock goes by with ease in the Dickies Dodge. So Whitlock, the winner of race number 1 of the 2009 chase, is the leader here in race number 2.
Looking out the back, you can still see a lot of dust getting kicked up the back of these race cars in turn 3.
And you can see the dust covering the windshield, too. This has got to pose a problem for Ben. We got a problem in 1 and 2 as Mark Dilley and Joey McComb go around the 50 car, the Auto Dodge, and trying to get a refire.
You can hear the starter grinding pretty bad on the 9 of Mark Dilley. He's got everything shut off trying to get that thing to fire.
So McComb gets his refire. He's able to get going with a little bit of damage to the nose. Obviously, the caution is out. We'll take another look at this.
Down into turn 1, side by side. McComb on the bottom. He goes, he just gets a little loose, goes around, catches the left rear of Mark Dilley. Dilley stalls the motor and is yet to refire.
This gives a chance for pit stops. Your leader, Dave Whitlock, is down pit lane. So is the 0-2 of Kerry Micks. Whitlock's down and away as he picked up some right side tires.
Simone still has yet to stop for tires this race, Dave. This is phenomenal. That car's set up extremely well. He's not got a lot of laps here, but he's keeping that all-important track position.
Well, he's got another challenger up on the outside. It's the Canadian Tire tow truck in a box. Dodge Scott.